Greetings my movie geeks! The other week I released a video called The Snyder Cut Kills the DCEU. But I bet you didn't know that there was a secret part 1 of 2. Well, neither did I until I started thinking about it. And what if Zack Snyder's Justice League saves the DCEU? Zack Snyder's Justice League is the result of a poor theatrical release, fan commitment to #release the Snyder Cut, and the launching of HBO Max. It also helps that the majority of footage was filmed prior to Zack Snyder's departure from the original project. It is a movie that is 4 hours long, with a 10-minute musical interlude halfway through. It will retell, or potentially tell, a different version of the story we got in 2017 theatrical cut. But it will also go on to save the DCEU. And here's why. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every Wednesday for our videos. It's going to explore the characters at depth and give them a better backstories than the theatrical version we got. Disregard the theatrical release and we still haven't seen any of the characters beyond Superman, Batman and Wonder Woman. Well, apart from the infamous email scene. Wonder Woman has had the biggest character development compared to Superman and Batman due to her 2 solo movies. #Make Man of Steel 2. So this movie will need to explore Flash, Cyborg, and any other characters that will be secretly appearing. I'm not going to name names. Zack Snyder has said that Cyborg is the heart of the film, and as such will more likely have the biggest story arc in the movie. We've already had Superman's birth, life, death, and we will be seeing his resurrection too, because as we know from Snyder's Vero account, he hasn't risen yet. Wonder Woman's solo movies have given her a great backstory. Whatever you think about 1984, it explores her from a young life on Themyscira and living among the humans throughout the 20th century. Batman v Superman has shown us Batman's backstory, and it's shown us his origin story yet again. I expect we will see his remorse over Superman and his fear from the many visions he seems to be having, and potentially his death at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Watch my last video. But for The Flash, we're going to see more of his story. The trailer shows us how he saves Iris West, and scenes with his father, played by Billy Crudup. This, along with the new casting announcements surrounding the Flash movie, including Kiersey Clemons reprising her role of Iris West from Justice League, it would be that Zack Snyder's Justice League will be running directly into that movie, linking the Flash movie to Snyder's Justice League. Here's hoping. Cyborg, who was cut down to a couple of scenes and a catchphrase, will have the biggest change. I do hope that this character will be greatly received after everything Ray Fisher has gone through. We will hopefully see an extension of the relationship between Cyborg and his father Silas Stone, played by Joe Morton, who has a much bigger role in this movie. And hopefully get the scene where he says, "You should probably move."
You should probably move.
Justice League from 2017 saw the removal of Junkie XL, Tom Holkenborg, and replaced with Danny Elfman. Originally, I was excited for this. Not because I don't love the soundtracks of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, but because the announcement came with the promise that the original Superman 78 and Batman 89 themes would be incorporated. I got a little bit excited. I made a video where I said they could do that. But upon hearing it, it just muddied the waters and made a confusing mess of where the hell is Justice League set within this multiverse. But upon waiting for Zack Snyder's Justice League to release, Tom Holkenborg has been releasing specific tracks from the soundtrack. And this soundtrack is massive, which is dropping on the same day as Zack Snyder's Justice League. And they are perfectly in keeping with what has gone before. But ultimately, Zack Snyder's Justice League will only prove that the direction that Snyder has gone in from the beginning was the correct way to go, given giving more depth to the characters we know and love. There was always talk of a larger story arc for Superman, and that the Superman we see isn't the final completed version. Hopefully the Snyder Cut will acknowledge this. But why was this direction the correct way to go? Because the majority of people appreciate the style, quality, and the contrast it takes to the Marvel movies. I am in no way bashing the Marvel movies because they are great films. I love them, and what they have done with the cinematic universe is absolutely amazing. Who else watched WandaVision? I seriously thought Doctor Strange was going to turn up, and Mephisto. Stylistic choices that we've seen since Man of Steel have worked for the DCEU, given that Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, and even Wonder Woman to an extent have followed this style closely. We have had a movie universe that is fairly consistent. It's only after Justice League 2017's release that we have seen the lightening up of the DC universe, with Aquaman's colourful solo and Shazam's comedy-centred movie.
Quit your realm, I still rock Mercedes home. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Snyder's Justice League looks to be more in keeping with the previous films, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, which will help ground the film, giving a sense of continuity. And that's what I want. But if Zack Snyder's Justice League is successful, and it surely must be better than the theatrical version, Warner Brothers should consider keeping, or at least letting, Snyder's vision continue in sequels, for a number of reasons. Warner Brothers' list of movies slated for release has been full to the brim with a mixture of names, announcements here and there, which all just seem to never come to fruition. Some include Static Shock, Batgirl, and Supergirl, who it has been announced, will now be appearing in the Flash movie. It's all up in the air, and due to the success of the lighter-toned Aquaman, which reached $1 billion, and the standalone Joker, Warner Brothers appear to be backing the multiverse horse, where all stories and movies either exist in their own world, but connected by a larger, wider multiverse. But that's not a bad way to go, as there is a lot of potential to be had from the multiverse. Look at what the CW shows have done with their multiverse, which are connected to these anyway. So, wouldn't it be good if among all these individual solo movies, we had a continuing storyline with characters that we have grown to love? I, for one, want to see where the Justice League go after Zack Snyder's Justice League. The 2017 version just seemed to end and suggest that they continue living their lives being the heroes, but there was no cemented direction that it was going to go in. It's no secret that Zack Snyder's Justice League is the result of fan petition and the fact that HBO Max needs some big hitters to make their platform successful. It will be interesting to see whether the subscriber numbers of HBO Max goes up prior to Justice League's release. Because if the numbers are there, we could see a continuation of the SnyderVerse in HBO form. Don't forget that Snyder isn't averse to releasing to streaming services, as his zombie flick Army of the Dead will release to Netflix later this year. I don't think it's a long way, actually. Rumour has it that he has engineered a cliffhanger into the 4-hour-long epic movie, which, given how this film has been brought about, could provoke that fan base to continue campaigning for further Snyder cuts. This time to #restore the Snyderverse. I, for one, have used that already. And this is where Zack Snyder's Justice League will save the DCEU. Successful or not, Snyder should be offered a sequel, which would bring back all or some of the cast, including Henry Cavill, to continue the arcs of these characters. Seriously, we need another solo Superman movie. #make Man of Steel 2. It would mean that the audience would be able to see individual character-driven stories set away from the shared universe, but at the same time give them a larger shared universe that further down the line could be brought together for a larger team-up movie that would encompass the entire of the DC movie and TV universes. Once Zack Snyder's Justice League is released, we should hopefully see movement as to which direction Warner Brothers will be going. Snyder has stated that this will be his last, but I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't already rumblings, if not already a greenlit sequel to this 4-hour epic. We know Aquaman has a sequel on its way. Wonder Woman will be reaching her trilogy. Matt Reeves' The Batman replaced Ben Affleck's Batman movie. But the Flash movie will see Affleck reprising his role as Batman. And we are getting a rebooted Superman movie from J.J. Abrams. I still say #make Man of Steel 2. So, with or without Zack Snyder's Justice League, there is a future for DC movies. Be that a separated multiverse system that doesn't interconnect, or Zack Snyder's Justice League will save the DCEU. I would much prefer to see where the universe is going, given that we have already invested years into these stories and the universe and characters. I do enjoy the solo movies, but personally, I prefer the larger universes where the potential for character crossovers could happen. But it does seem like at present Zack Snyder's Justice League will be a standalone alternate version of Justice League, having the theatrical movie be the one in continuity. So hopefully Zack Snyder's Justice League will save the DCEU and restore the SnyderVerse. Thanks for watching. I'm the Ultimate Movie Geek. Please like, share, subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every Wednesday for our videos.